Hello, welcome back to a new Transformers toy review. I'm Autocon, and today I have Transformers collab Star Wars The Mandalorian. Now, usually, I was gonna have this guy as a car mode or vehicle mode, but I thought it would be nice to like start off with the robot mode. Well, I always start the robot mode, so it doesn't matter. But this guy comes with a lot of effect parts in a way. It comes with all of these effect parts. You got these big ones, chunky ones. They're kind of cool, but they're pretty big. Comes with these little ones. They're nice light blue. They look cool. And then he comes with this, and like it's a lot of stuff, but it's pretty cool with all the stuff he comes. Now, if you watch the Mandalorian show, you know he has a lance, so that this can be a gun and a lance as well. But so he can have that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But you can also have it off from him, so it's like a separate piece. So this guy's accessories at the same time can combine. Like, it's a lot of, like, not a lot going on, but it's pretty interesting what they did in case you didn't want the accessories on. If you watch this show, you know he has a shield. So here's a shield and all that. Pretty cool. It's on a simple tab on the side. He has the little pegs here, so you just have the shield on the freaking arm. And then you have the little cape, which goes here in the back, which is an easy tab, you know. It's a square tab right there, and then it has the peg right here. So that's one of the accessories. And then, yeah. And then something that I really want to go over with is this thing. This thing is part of the whole spaceship transformation vehicle mode, but for some reason this is extra. And then with the shield, you can use the stand, because this is a little stand piece. You can also put the thing on here. So I thought it was cool. You know, it gives you the Mandalorian and the little baby Yoda kind of type of vibe, if you want to call it that. That's what it makes me think it is. You know, where he sees the little capsule and then like you can even open it. So I thought it was cool. The only sad thing is there's no like, I guess you could put maybe a little baby Yoda figure that you have there, and you can just put it in there, make it look like he's in there. I don't collect Star Wars figures, so I wouldn't know. But if you have this figure and you collect Star Wars, let me know if it fits in there, like a little mini baby Yoda figure from like the Marvel Legends size or something like that. This thing's pretty cool. It's detailed, but yeah. And then you can also store some stuff here. You can also put the technically you're supposed to have this like that, and then you grab this. I think you can put it like that. So there's some tabs right there. If you can barely see them, they will go in on this thing like that. And then very careful, try to peg this in. There we go. And then that just kind of goes in there. That's what that's supposed to go like. It's supposed to look like that, which is, I don't know. And then you can also use the cape that I already had on. You can just tab it with these little clear holes right here. You can barely see them. And then they'll just tab right there on the tabs. You see those tabs? So we'll just tab. I think they go upside down. Actually, well, I don't think there's enough space, but you can also do that right here. I'm trying to tap it. Just kind of like, oh, it's not working. But you can put the cape on here, just like that, and just fold it, and then boom. So that's something you could do, which kind of doesn't work on mine. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but it doesn't want to sometimes tab in there. So then, oh, I think it did finally. So then have this like that, and then we can just bring this piece down, and then, well, I guess it doesn't work. We'll just have to be like, you can have that going on. So Baby Yoda and freaking Mandalorian, that's I think that's kind of cool, you know. That looks super sick. If you don't want to have him holding his shield and stuff, that's something you could do. And then now for the figure, you can also put his little, you know, like his little jetpack right here. You can put the little blast effects. Here's one. Here's another one. Well, I put the wrong one, but here's the other one. Just like that. And it's like he has a little jetpack, you know, on the show. Shh. So that's kind of cool. But for the figure, the detail is insane. I thought it was pretty cool, you know. This figure is not exactly like Mandalorian. Like, if you see Mandalorian, he looks good. He gives me those Transformers Star Wars figures that came out a while ago. 2008, I believe. Where they had, like, a lot of... It looked like a robot, but it was still had the characteristics of the Star Wars character. So I thought this looks great, you know. But it also retains the vehicle form, you know. And it's pretty good, you know. Mandalorian has that little brown stuff. Look at that right here. You can see how all that detail from the ship stays on, and it still looks cool. Managed to looks cool. It doesn't really bother me, the fact that it has the little the nails right there and stuff. The screwdrivers, I mean, not the nails. Doesn't really bother me with the screwdrivers right there and all that stuff right there. The screws, I mean. But it still looks good, you know. You go down, look at that waist. It looks brown and it has that silver. And something that I thought was really cool is that, you see that right there? That's his little pistol. You can store it in there and he can still hold it, which I thought was pretty awesome. Let's just put that in there. Oh. And then you can also have him hold a blaster. Let me see. Just like that. Yeah. Just like that. Boom. Look at that. That looks pretty sick to me. I like that. And then you can store it in here. So, I had to get those, a lot of, like, freaking accessories that it comes with. But overall, this figure looks good. The back cable isn't that bad. Like, it's just that. You can extend this, you know. Watch out with this, though. You gotta make sure it's there. But you can extend this. But I like having it like that. Folded back. Just like that. For articulation better-wise. It gives it more better-wise. So, yeah. I think this looks great. This was a pretty good collab. I got it at Walmart for $32. I know it was $50. I don't know why they had it for $32. I saw it and I grabbed it, and I wasn't really sure if I was gonna get this guy, but he's still good. He's a good figure, very good collab. Articulation is pretty good. You have the head. The head is on a ball joint, so you can go 360. It can kind of look up. The detail on the head is pretty good, though. That looks pretty good. Silver, kind of Mandalorian. I wish the head was a little darker. Maybe, like metallic type of color. Glossy, maybe. But they still had to keep the gray for the spaceship, so it's fine. The arms can go out. Can go up that much. Just because of the pointy thingies. Doesn't really go out that much, but if you can kind of like do that, so it can go up that much, and then it can do the 360. It can. You just got to be careful with these pieces. That's why I like to leave the wings in the back. That way it stays like that, and it's good. Has a wrist swivel, arm swivel, I mean. Oof, I'm trying to do the arm swivel. There we go. Arm swivel is pretty good. You have a wrist swivel as well, and then you have the joint on the arm. That's pretty good. And I like how it has a little like ratchet right here, like kind of like metallic stuff on it, like if it was from the spaceship. So that looks good. It has a waist swivel, but that's due to transformation. Legs can go up that high. It's pretty good. And then can go up back that high. There's no like getting in the way, so that's cool. I like it when Transformers are like that. There's nothing with the backpack or anything getting in the way when it goes back. For the legs, you get the knee joint right here. Well, you have to be careful because this is part of the transformation if you do it like that. But it also has its own knee joint. So it should be like that. That's the knee joint of the actual figure. But if you do the double knee joint, because there's a double hinge right here, that's like part of the transformation. So that's kind of tricky though. But it does have a knee joint. So the same joint that's for the knee, there's two different joints, my bad. And then the knee is one, and then the other one for the transformation. But the actual robot knee is that one. So it looks pretty good. And then they have some ankle tilted, which is pretty cool. Kind of like that. So you can get some pretty good poses on it. You know. Just like that. You can also do split. Not the split, but you can also do some crazy poses if you can do that. So. Ooh, there we go. That's actually pretty good. So, he's stable. He's good. That's a good thing. So, figure's good so far. So, transformation is very, not tricky, but it's a little confusing on the legs for me. But it's doable. Now, first things first, for the transformation, what we're going to do is we're going to open the arms. They're going to open with these tabs and fold these in. And then tap it back. Same thing over here. We're going to open these tabs. Fold this in. Boom. And that's it for the arms, okay? Now we're going to turn it around. Unfold these. Unfold these. We're going to fold these out. Just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the legs. The legs, we're just going to fold these down. And then for this hole, we're going to move the arms to the side. And then right here with this whole thing, the gun can stay. I've done the transformation with the gun and I have no issues with it being on the way or anything with the transformation. So you can leave it, but you can also take it out. So it's your own choice. I like to leave it because it looks better on him like that, you know? I like to take it as weapon storage, but I don't think the instructions say anything about keeping it in there. So, yeah. Now we're going to rotate the whole waist. Okay? And then this is where it gets a little tricky. I always get it wrong. You're going to first bring this tab out. And then you're going to take it out. Okay? And then we're just going to... We're going to have this whole thing and then just rotate it up. Like that. And then we're going to rotate the leg. And it's just going to do like another joint right there. Just like that. And then we're just going to fold that back in. With this turnaround. Okay. There we go. Like, it is a little weird. So, let me do that again. So, first... rotate the leg facing upward, facing out. Then you're going to bring this piece right there. You're going to rotate the feet. And then you're going to rotate this whole thing up like that. That way when you fold the whole knee with the double hinge joint on it, you're going to bring this in. But you also got to bring in the foot inside. Like, doesn't want to go in. Like that. And boom, you can put the whole thing and start pegging it. But there's this little tab right here on one of them right here, and you got to bring that out. Bring that out, and then you bring this together just like that. Now we have that whole thing right there. And then we have to keep it rotated like that, because then the whole spaceship's going to be like that. And then that's where the whole base can stand on it. Now, this part right here, the chest piece, you're gonna make sure it's untabbed from that tab right here. This little thing will tab there. So that's what has the whole thing there. And you take it out all the way. And then you make sure you bring this inside. Well, first you gotta has a right here, pull that out. Man, I hate this piece. This piece is like really annoying. So you gotta like rotate this around just like that, because it's on a little thing right here. So you gotta fiddle with it, that way it gives enough clearance for it to rotate. So instead of like trying to take it all out, kind of lift it a little bit and it can just rotate, and then you're good to go, and then just that whole thing is clear. Because if you try to do it as you go up, it's gonna get in the way and it's a little hard. So I try to like leave it in a slanted angle where you can just kind of like do it. So yeah, that piece is annoying. I hate it. That's the only thing I don't like about this figure. Other than that, it's good. So then now we bring this whole section on top, and you can start seeing this kind of part of the whole figure already there. And you're just gonna bring that down, and then these tabs are gonna peg into these tabs right here. So there we go. Okay, now we can bring the head down just like that, and then the arms can come down just like that. And then you gotta bring the arms down. They will untap from the little right here. Just bring the other one down, just like that. Okay. And then these whole sections, they're on pegged already. You're just gonna bring them up, just like that. And then obviously you're gonna rotate the arm as well, because then this will peg in there right there. And then just do the same thing with the other one. Rotate it while I might as well. And then you bring the other one down, just like that. And then you just bring this whole section down. Okay. You start kind of seeing the whole ship, how it's going. These tabs go down, then they tab and lock in the arms together. Just make sure your arms are straight, because then it'll look ugly like that. So make sure your stuff is all the way down. Just these pieces. And then you just bring these tabs down. And make sure. This thing kind of like likes to open and close. So just be aware of that. So then there's that. And that's the spaceship. But this is where the parts kind of come in place. So here's that lance right here. Right? And then here's that little thingy that I said that looks like Grogu or whatever. Right? This is going to tab in right there. And then it's also going to tab right here on these sides. You have the tabs 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. You just put that in here. Come on. There we go. That's in there. And then these tabs right here is for the lance to go. Now you have the whole spaceship there. That looks like a really good spaceship. I like it. I think it's cool. You have the little pilot here, and then you can put like a little Grogu in there if you have it. And then that's the whole spaceship of it. You kind of have the... Make sure these are like aligned straight down and stuff. These are very important. And that's pretty much it. The whole transformation's pretty easy. It's just to fiddle with the legs. These pieces right here and bringing everything back down. And then right here with the chest piece. This one folding it out, and then that's the only issue I have. Other than that, this thing looks great. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, like crazy Star Wars fans, but this looks like a really good spaceship Star Wars. You know, this is not too bad. And then this is where the hold stands come in. Remember, has the little thing like that. So that's pretty cool. Kind of comes with its own stand. So that's great, you know. And then you can also put the battle effects on it. So I thought it was cool. You can put, I guess you can put one here. Oh. Actually, I don't think you can put one in there. It just kind of comes out. I guess I can put that one in there. I guess you can kind of put that in there. But it kind of pushes this piece down. And yeah, it's not very stable in there. But you can put them on the sides here. That's not the point. Like that. So that's pretty sick. Comes with its own stand and its own little figures, its own little effects, you know. Obviously, this does not peg into the figure, but it can peg on the thing. Because if you try to put it on the figure, the tab that goes on, it just goes right here. So that's kind of dumb. But it's a thing you could do, so by all means. And then you can also put these. I guess you can put it in there. That big one right there, so it looks good. So yeah, I like this figure. I do recommend this figure. I know it's available at Walmart. I don't know if it's available anywhere else, but yeah, this is a good figure especially for Star Wars collectors. Even if you don't like the Mandalorian, the spaceship's pretty cool, slick. You know, there's some couple pieces that you take off to make it look nicer and thinner or whatever. And it still looks good. Accessories is great. Recommend this figure. Try to get it. And yeah, please like and subscribe, and thank you.